It's 3:17 a.m. You stare at the ceiling, your mind racing. A feeling of powerlessness consumes you. Life pulls you in one direction, expectations in another. You feel trapped, as if the world is conspiring against you. A paralyzing sensation that there's no way out, that you're just a helpless victim of circumstance. What if the key to your freedom and inner peace wasn't in changing the world, but in a powerful shift in perspective that you already possess, hidden deep within you? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest emperors and Stoic philosophers, reminded us in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think for a moment. How many times do we find ourselves blaming the hellish traffic, the demanding boss, a partner who just doesn't understand, or even merciless fate for our problems? How often do we sink into a cycle of victimhood, lamenting the uncontrollable? This robs us of energy, purpose, and most importantly, the ability to act. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing we are mere spectators of our own lives, powerless in the face of the adversities the world throws at us. But this is a lie we tell ourselves, an escape from the truth. Most of our suffering comes from our reaction, not the event itself. This belief in powerlessness is an invisible chain that binds you, preventing you from building the life of meaning and resilience you so deeply desire. But Stoicism offers a radically different path, the path of unwavering responsibility. Not a responsibility of blame, but of power. It's an invitation for you to stand up, dust yourself off, and take back the steering wheel of your existence. In this video, I will share the 5 pillars of Stoic responsibility, a practical and time-tested framework for you to abandon the victim mindset and build a life of unwavering inner strength, autonomy, and serenity. Prepare for a profound transformation. If this resonates with you and you're ready to take full control, comment "freedom" below. Let's free your mind together. The inconvenient truth is that many of us live as passengers, not pilots of our own existence. And that is the root of most of your frustration. You spend precious energy lamenting the hellish traffic, incessantly complaining about your boss, who seems to understand nothing, blaming the government for every problem that arises, or getting annoyed by the unpredictable weather that spoils your plans. Often, you direct your frustration toward what is fundamentally outside your power to change. You believe that your happiness, well-being, and peace depend on a perfect and predictable world. This behavior not only drains you, but keeps you trapped in a victim mindset, where the world is your executioner, and you the victim. And deep down, you feel this imprisonment, this silent powerlessness that whispers, "I can't do anything." Epictetus, the former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, stated in his Enchiridion, "Some things are in our control, and others are not." This is the essence of the dichotomy of control, the foundation of all Stoic wisdom. He teaches us that what we truly can control are our opinions, our impulses, our desires, our aversions, in short, our own actions, thoughts, and judgments. Everything else, absolutely everything else, including others' opinions of us, our health, our reputation, the weather, the economy, and external events, is beyond our direct control. It's not that we can't influence some of these things, but the final outcome doesn't entirely depend on us. This distinction is your compass. Here's how you can apply this today, starting right now. Begin to question every source of stress or frustration that arises in your mind. Take that thought that bothers you, that situation that irritates you, and ask yourself, with complete honesty, is this within my control? If the answer is a clear and undeniable no, then practice radical acceptance. Breathe deeply, let go of what cannot be changed, and redirect your energy. Direct it toward what you can control, your attitude toward the situation, your response, your continuous effort. For example, if traffic is at a standstill, you cannot change it, but you can choose to listen to an uplifting podcast, practice mindful breathing, or simply observe the world around you with curiosity instead of getting irritated and wasting your vital energy. Make a mental or physical list of the things that stress you and categorize them, controllable or uncontrollable, and focus only on the former. You will feel a weight lift off your shoulders. When you master this fundamental distinction, you will experience a deep inner peace and freedom from the unnecessary frustration that once consumed you. You will cease to be a passenger adrift and become the architect of your own serenity, freeing yourself from the shackles of victimhood. You will feel lighter, more present, and more powerful. But this peace is only the first step. The next pillar will show you how to transform adversities into your greatest allies. Reality isn't what happens, but how you choose to see and interpret what happens. This is the key to turning lead into gold on your journey. You often see an unexpected setback as a personal punishment from the universe, an inevitable failure as the end of the world, or constructive criticism, or not so much, as a direct attack on your essence, your identity. You allow neutral or challenging events to take on an overwhelming negative meaning in your mind, transforming small pebbles on the path into insurmountable mountains. Each obstacle becomes proof that you're not good enough, reinforcing the idea that you are powerless before life. This is the victim's mind in action, and it robs you of the chance to grow. Marcus Aurelius, in his immortal Meditations, bequeathed to us a timeless truth that resonates even today. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. The Stoics clearly understood that events themselves are, in their essence, neutral. A rainy day is just a rainy day. A layoff is just a layoff. It is our interpretation, the meaning we assign to these events, that generates suffering, anger, despair, or, alternatively, peace, growth, and resilience. The rain can be a nuisance or a blessing for nature. The layoff can be the end or the beginning of a new and better journey. The choice is yours. Here's how you can do this today and with every new challenge. When something negative or unexpected happens, take a conscious pause before reacting. Don't let the first emotion or thought take over. Question your initial interpretation. Ask yourself with an open mind, is there another way to see this? What fundamental lesson can I take from this? Where is the opportunity for growth that I'm not seeing right now? For example, if you are rejected for a project or a job interview, instead of feeling like a personal failure, reframe this experience. See it as a valuable opportunity to refine your skills, to seek feedback, to learn about what truly matters to you, or even to discover an even better path more aligned with your purposes that you hadn't considered before. Adversity is just opportunity in disguise. By mastering the art of reframing, you will develop unwavering resilience, an ability to adapt and thrive that most people will never experience. You will transform every adversity into a powerful source of strength, wisdom, and self-knowledge. You will no longer be a victim of circumstance, but the master of your own narrative, the alchemist who turns challenges into gold. And this mastery over the mind leads us directly to the next pillar, mastery over internal storms. Your emotions are not your uncontrollable masters, but rather messengers that can and should be understood, managed, and above all, guided by your reason. You let yourself be carried away by explosive anger, corrosive envy, paralyzing despair, or overwhelming frustration, justifying them as natural and inevitable reactions to external events. You allow these primary emotions to guide your most important actions and decisions. The result is deep regrets, words spoken without thought, and an endless cycle of reactivity, instead of a thoughtful, virtuous response aligned with your highest values. You feel the heat of anger rising, the sting of envy, the sensation of powerlessness, and you surrender to them, believing there's no other choice. Seneca, in his profound Letters to Lucilius, warned with ancient wisdom. Anger, if not restrained, is more destructive than any enemy. For the Stoics, passions, those extreme, irrational, and uncontrolled emotions, are, in fact, erroneous judgments about what is good or bad, right or wrong. They did not advocate for an absence of feeling, but rather the pursuit of apatheia, not indifference, but freedom from being controlled by these passions. They advocated for the sovereign use of reason to examine, moderate, and, if necessary, dismantle these emotional reactions before they took control. Your mind is your battlefield, and your emotions the soldiers who need a strong general. Here's how you can start doing this today, immediately. Practice what I call the Stoic pause. When you feel an intense emotion, be it anger, frustration, fear, arise within you, stop. Don't react. Don't speak. Just stop. Breathe deeply, slowly, and profoundly for a few seconds. Use this time to create a space between the stimulus and your response. Ask yourself with curiosity and without judgment, is this emotion truly serving me now? Is it based on the reality of facts or on a distorted perception my mind has created? What do I gain by surrendering to it? For example, if someone insults or provokes you, instead of retaliating in kind, pause. Reflect on what is within your control. The other person's reaction is not your responsibility, but your response, your silence, your calm, that is your responsibility and your power. When you master your emotional reactions, you will achieve remarkable mental clarity and make more rational, wiser decisions more aligned with your deepest values. You will cease to be a boat adrift on your passions and become a beacon of calm and discernment amidst life's storm. You will be the rock where others seek refuge. And when you are master of your present moment, you stop seeking external validation and begin to build something much greater. Leave this affirmation in the comments. My emotions are my guides, not my masters. Let this declaration be your commitment. Complaining is a luxury that the true Stoic does not allow themselves, for virtuous action is the only path to real and lasting transformation. You spend considerable time and energy complaining about the current situation, lamenting what could have been or what wasn't, or worse, passively waiting for someone to rescue you from your difficulties. You paralyze yourself in inaction, trapped in a cycle of lamentations that only reinforces your feeling of powerlessness. Instead, take the first courageous step to change what can be changed, or accept with dignity what cannot. This inertia keeps you small, prevents you from seeing your own strength, and condemns you to be a victim of circumstances you yourself allow. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, exhorts us with the brutal simplicity of a leader. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one.
The Stoics emphasized the paramount importance of action, but not just action.
They spoke of action aligned with the cardinal virtues: wisdom, discerning what is good and bad; courage, doing what is right despite fear; justice, treating others with fairness; and temperance, self-control and moderation. For them, happiness, eudaimonia, does not reside in external results, but in living in accordance with rational and virtuous nature. It's not about what you say, but what you do. Here's how you can do this today and every day from now on. Identify a problem you've been repeatedly complaining about. It could be something small, like dirty dishes, or something larger, like a lack of progress on an important project. Now, ask yourself, what virtuous action, however small, can I take now to address this? Instead of lamenting the disorganization of your home, get up and clean a drawer. Instead of complaining about a lack of progress on a goal, dedicate 15 focused minutes to an important project. The focus is on the action, not the end result. The result will come as a consequence of your virtue. If the situation is unchangeable, the virtuous action is to accept it with serenity, find purpose within it, and direct your energy towards areas where you can act. Don't be a talker, be a doer. By focusing on virtuous action, you will cultivate a deep sense of purpose and real, tangible progress. You will cease to be a passive observer of your own life and become an active agent of your own evolution, building a life of meaning, impact, and unwavering self-respect. You will feel the power of every small choice. And this power, this strength of character, is forged in the crucible of discomfort. Real growth and true strength of character rarely happen in the comfortable safety zone. They are forged in the fire of adversity. You flee from discomfort, avoid challenges at all costs, seek ease and instant gratification, and feel paralyzed by the fear of failure or others' criticism. You shy away from situations that could strengthen you, preferring the path of least resistance. This, paradoxically, leaves you weaker and more prone to feeling like a victim when life inevitably presents its obstacles. This escape from discomfort is an escape from your own greatness, an escape from the person you are truly capable of becoming. Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, reminds us of a fundamental truth for building resilience. It is in the most difficult times that virtue is revealed. The Stoics saw adversity not as a misfortune to be avoided, but as an academy for the soul, a golden opportunity to practice and strengthen virtues. They advocated for premeditatio malorum, the practice of imagining negative scenarios to mentally prepare oneself, and voluntary discomfort as ways to strengthen the mind against the inevitable blows of fate. They sought discomfort to become stronger, not to suffer. Hear how you can do this today, starting small but with impact. Voluntarily expose yourself to small discomforts. This can be as simple as taking a 30-second cold shower, practicing a challenging physical exercise until you feel the burn, or deliberately postponing instant gratification that you would normally seek. Face that difficult conversation you've been avoiding for weeks. Challenge a limiting belief that prevents you from moving forward. By doing this, you are building your inner fortress brick by brick, proving to yourself repeatedly that you are capable of enduring, persevering, and overcoming. You are teaching your brain that discomfort is not a threat, but a sign of growth. When you embrace discomfort and adversity as your teachers, you will develop an unwavering strength of character and self-confidence that transcends external circumstances. You will no longer fear challenges, but see them as powerful catalysts for your own evolution, rising above any victimhood. You will become the person who not only survives, but thrives in storms. You will become unstoppable. You came here perhaps feeling at the mercy of fate, a passenger in your own life, trapped in a cycle of complaints and powerlessness. But you won't leave the same way. You emerge as the active agent of your own existence, the master of your destiny. Recapping, we explored the 5 pillars of Stoic responsibility, not as mere ideas, but as powerful tools for your transformation. Dichotomy of control, freeing yourself from unnecessary frustration by focusing on what you can control. Reframing perception, transforming every adversity into a source of strength and wisdom. Mastering emotions, becoming a beacon of calm and clarity amidst storms. Acting with virtue, cultivating purpose and real progress through action, not lament. Embracing discomfort, forging unwavering strength of character and self-confidence that transcends circumstances. You are becoming someone who finds strength in responsibility, serenity in acceptance, and unwavering purpose in virtuous action. You are no longer the individual at the mercy of fate. You are the active agent of your own life, the sculptor of your soul. The old identity, which lamented and felt like a victim, is being left behind. In its place, a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of you emerges. This is not fleeting motivation. This is the foundation of a new inner empire, built with conscious choices and deliberate action. If this video helped you see a new path, to feel a new flame ignite within you, please like it so more people can be impacted by this message of freedom and power. Share in the comments how you plan to apply one of these 5 pillars in your life today. Your story, your intention, could be the inspiration someone needs to start their own journey. And if you know someone who desperately needs to hear this message of empowerment and responsibility, someone who is stuck in a victim mindset, share this video with that person. You can be the catalyst for their transformation. To continue this journey of Stoic mastery, personal growth, and building your inner empire, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Don't miss the next steps in your evolution. Remember, life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. It offers you the tools, the lessons, the challenges for you to become who you were born to be. The question isn't whether you can, it's who you will become when you do.